This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, the holidays are all about giving and receiving. We'll let you know how you can do both next. Thanks for stopping here at SSPTV and watching FYI. I'm Ken Kara. Lisa Sugart knows where it's ladies' night for a good cause. She'll check in soon, and Janine Mazurkevich is in a bit to talk about getting in shape as the new year approaches. Here's tonight's headlines from FYI News 13 and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. I feel like I'm saying this every day now, but there's a winter storm watch coming our way from the National Weather Service. The National Weather Service is calling this week's storm major and has a winter storm watch in effect from late Monday through Thursday morning. Heavy snow will begin as mixed precipitation Monday night into Tuesday morning. We'll let you know how much snow we can expect later on FYI, and also so you know the snow ban in the city of Hazleton will be in effect from midnight on Monday, that's tonight, midnight Tuesday, to 6 p.m. on Thursday. Pennsylvania has released the 2013 Uniform Crime Report, and it shows that violent crime across the state decreased for the third consecutive year. The total number of crimes reported in 2013 was 878,971. That's down from more than 917,000 in 2012 and more than 928,000 in 2011. According to the report, the number of violent crimes dropped overall, with murders down 13.5%, while forcible rapes increased 12.2%. You can view the entire report at psp.pa.gov. Correction officers from State Correctional Institution Monoy discovered a safe down an embankment in Ryan Township. The officers were supervising a work crew of inmates around 12:30 this afternoon when they found the safe damaged and empty near mile marker 125.7 on Interstate 81 North. The safe is gray, 14 by 20 inches with the serial number DH074ED126010780. Anyone with information is urged to call State Police at Frackville at 570-874-5300. Ashland police are looking for a man who robbed the Turkey Hill Mini Mart on East Center Street early Sunday morning. That's just after 7 a.m. A man with a handgun entered the store and took several gift cards and an undetermined amount of cash and cigarettes. Police say a man fitting the same description robbed a store in Cole Township. The lines have been redrawn. Again, the latest revisions to legislative districts in Pennsylvania took effect on December 1st. The new boundaries reflect shifts in population following the latest census. This map represents the revisions in the 116th Legislative District. State Representative Tara Toohill shared it with FYI to inform constituents of the changes to her district. If you suffer from knee or hip pain, you may be interested in a free pain management and prevention seminar presented by Coordinated Health orthopedic surgeon Dr. Anthony Favello.
We're going to talk about hip and knee pain, okay? And most of the common reasons that people would get hip or knee pain and the treatments of such things, surgical, non-surgical, and you know, what kind of workup you can expect if you're a patient who's having a problem with that.
What ages? I mean, I'm 30, but I feel it sometimes. I mean, what are you?
Yeah, good question. We see it in all ages, you know, everything from kids all the way up to adults and 80-plus-year-olds. You know, the typical things that affect a younger kid are obviously different from, you know, an older adult, but we're going to brush on all topics.
Have your questions answered this Wednesday at 6 p.m. at Coordinated Health's Hazleton campus in the Churchill Mall on Route 309 in Hazel Township. There will be refreshments and free screenings. To RSVP, call Wendy at 877-247-8080, extension 34002, or you can email the email up on your screen. How would you like to find the perfect Christmas gift and help those in need? Lisa Sugart has the details on a special shopping event that will help you do just that.
It's a wonderful opportunity to buy some beautiful jewelry, all for a great cause. We are talking about Sophie Jewelers' Ladies' Night Shine for a Cause. And here to tell us all about it is Mr. Charles Sophie, who is the owner of Sophie Jewelers in both St. Clair and in the Laurel Mall in Hazleton, the brand new store, and Michelle Halabura, who is the Director of Community Relations for the Schuylkill United Way. Michelle, I'm going to start with you first. This is a unique opportunity for the United Way to partner with one of the local businesses and it is a win-win situation for everybody in the community.
It really is. We're so thankful to always welcome new community partnerships, and Mr. Charles Sophie and Sophie Jewelers has a reputation for being so great to the community, so we're very excited that they brought us in and are willing to include us on this great event.
Now, this is going to benefit your partner agencies who have food banks, and we know there is a great need throughout the area. So how important was it to have a fundraiser like this where people can buy beautiful gifts for the holidays but help out those in need?
It's so important. Obviously, the money will go towards our partner agencies that have food pantries. That includes the big names, Salvation Army Tamaqua, Salvation Army in Pottsville. But we're also going to make sure that the smaller pantries get some funds as well. So we have Schuylkill Women in Crisis, for instance, and they have a pantry for their clients who come to them in dire need, often with only the clothes on their back. And so it's so important to make sure that we make sure that the United Way, provides food and help to these people who come to our agencies, often in such great need.
And this will also benefit the Greater Hazleton United Way for those who are shopping in the Laurel Mall store. So their agencies will benefit the same.
That's correct. So no matter where you shop, it will go to a great cause.
Well, this is a beautiful idea. 10% of the proceeds from the Alex and Ani bracelet sales will go to the Schuylkill United Way or the Greater Hazleton United Way, depending on where you shop. This was a great idea, Mr. Sophie. So I just think it's nice that businesses are giving back, especially at this holiday time of the year.
Yeah, we really wanted to partner with an organization that would do something here locally, and we were looking for an organization that would help us on an annual ladies' night. So the United Way just came up, and it seemed like a perfect partnership. And we're partnering with Alex and Ani and the United Way on this.
Now, these beautiful, we see the jewelry you brought along with you here, so it's really beautiful stuff. It will be taking place this Thursday evening, so when can they come in? And it's at both stores, correct?
It's at both stores, and it'll be this Thursday between 4 and 8.
All right.
So all purchases made that night of Alex and Ani, percentage will go right to our local charity. This Thursday, when you come out to Ladies' Night, we're going to have a wish list night for all the ladies out there. You bring your friends, create a wish list, and everyone that completes a wish list that night will receive a free, complimentary, beautiful piece of jewelry. It's something that's going to sparkle and dazzle, and everyone is going to be really happy to get it, and it's going to be free. All you have to do is fill out a wish list that night, create that wish list, and then give us the information of the significant other you'd like us to send that to. We're going to send it to that person, and hopefully they come back and purchase that item for you. And we're glad to partner with the United Way, and Alex and Ani has always done so much for charity. They have the Charity by Design collection, where many, many of their bracelets are already going to charity. 20% of that bracelet goes to charity. And it's nice that they allow us to do that here in our community and give back right here locally to the people that support us.
All right, thank you, Lisa. Now here's a little preview of the Standard Speaker on Tuesday. Here's what the staff is working on. A nonprofit organization, Let's Go. It's local paid staff, but will continue to serve Greater Hazleton. Its administration says that is tomorrow on Tuesday in the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Coming up on FYI in sports, we'll recap a busy high school basketball weekend, and Ron Marchetti will test our sports knowledge in his weekly Trivia Treat segment. Up next, Santa Watch 2014 continues. An organizer from Christmas in Cunningham is here to tell us how the borough is getting into the holiday spirit.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Let me guess what your New Year's resolutions are, either to quit smoking or to lose weight. Those are usually the two top New Year's resolutions. We're here at Core Fitness every Monday, and Christy is going to talk about some attainable New Year's resolutions and goals that you should be setting for yourself.
Right. First, I want you to abandon the excuse that the new year hasn't come yet.
Right.
Okay? We don't have to wait until 12/01, January 1st, 2015 to start every resolution, especially one that has to do with your health. So we have a few weeks before New Year's, so we want to actually try and incorporate those things, even if it's just the planning phases of what we're going to do, our plan of attack. So start with getting out an old notebook and pen, or the notepad on your iPhone or your Droid, and start writing your list. okay? And that way it's concrete, you can see it, you can start to check it off and set the goals that are going to get you there.
And accountability. Don't look at a magazine and say, I want to look like Jennifer Aniston, or I want to look like, remember this is Photoshop. These are people who have trainers and chefs. We want to make attainable goals for yourself, and start with making some lifestyle changes, some new habits that can be formed.
And they can be small steps. Cutting out sugared beverages is huge. 1 can of soda, I think, is 120 to 180 calories for just a can of soda, or a glass of iced tea is probably somewhere in that range too. So it could be a small goal just like that. It could be walking an extra 5,000 steps in a day if you have a pedometer. It doesn't necessarily have to bring you right to the gym. It could just be the small steps to get you there.
Counting calories, there are so many apps now on your phone. I know some people have actually used that, and maybe they wanted that burger for lunch, but then it was a salad for dinner, and then of course doing some extracurricular activities like walking or going to the gym, core fitness, taking a Zumba class, or dancing around the house.
Right.
Something that is burning those calories
Calories
off.
in, calories out. So if you average, so we talked about before, I have used MyFitnessPal. It's a free app. You can get it on a Droid. You can get it on any smartphone. It also calculates your exercise, your food, and it puts it in a pie chart for your carbohydrates, your fats, and your proteins. So that's a very good accountability measure right there that you can have.
And when you're looking at those New Year's resolutions, you really have to be mindful of how many calories equals a pound lost, right?
Right. So I always tell clients or members that we know that a pound is 3,500 calories. So if we reduce what we've eaten or taken in by 500, and then we burn an extra 500 calories, which is pretty easy. If you do your cardio every day, you can do that on a treadmill in an hour. That's easily a pound a week. Okay, but that's got to be a consistent thing. That cannot be something that's sporadic. We talked about dates that we need to, be in a certain size by. You cannot go by that. It's not realistic. So you really want to set the goals, write everything down so that you can achieve it, and grab a friend.
Grab a friend and let them go along with you. And again, by looking at your calendar now for 2015, if you do have a wedding or you have a special event or you're going on vacation in a couple months, you have time to plan and be successful at your fitness goals.
And not to forget that although it's cold here now, it's warm somewhere else. You never know where you're going to go. Plus, summer bodies are made in the winter. We're going to shed the coats at some point.
All right, well, let's get working out here at Core Fitness. Again, it's exclusive to women only.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
I went out looking for green today that wasn't Hazelton's Christmas tree, and I did find some ivy growing alive and well. However, notice the white in the foreground. There's more of it coming. Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service. A winter storm watch goes into effect late tonight and will last through Thursday morning, and here's why. Tonight, snow, freezing rain, and sleet likely, mainly after 4 a.m. Cloudy with a low around 26. Little or no ice accumulation is expected. New snow and sleet accumulation of less than 1 inch is possible. Now on Tuesday, on the extended forecast, snow, freezing rain, and sleet before 10 a.m., then rain and snow between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m., and then just snow after 4 p.m., and the snow can be heavy at times. New snow and sleet accumulation of around 3 inches. On Tuesday night, more snow and new snow accumulation of around 4 inches, so it's around 7 inches for our area total. And on Wednesday, snow again, high near 32 degrees. Wednesday night, snow is likely again, the low around 28. On Thursday, 50% chance of snow showers, high of 31. Thursday night, another chance of snow showers, slight chance, low of 20. Friday, everything clears up. It'll be mostly cloudy with a high near 33. And then Friday night, our low will be 26 degrees.
Well, 'tis the season for many holiday celebrations and the second annual Christmas in Cunningham Parade and tree lighting ceremony taking place on Friday, December 12th, the rain date, which we hope we don't need, December 13th. And here to tell us all about it is Lacey McGowan. She is on the Christmas in Cunningham Committee. This is a great idea that the committee came up with last year. So getting bigger and better this year. Tell us what's in store for this big celebration in Cunningham.
Absolutely bigger and better. This year we're kicking off our celebration with a parade down Main Street, starting at the Valley Vets all the way down to the Cunningham Borough Building. In front of the Borough Building, we're going to have vendors and some characters. We're going to have lots of food, crafts, and our tree lighting ceremony that Santa Claus actually does the countdown.
Wow. So pretty cool. So you're looking for people to get involved and participate in the parade. So who are you looking for?
Yes, anybody in the community, local businesses, organizations, anybody who just wants to help us spread the Christmas cheer, you could come and participate. You could have a float, you could walk, anything to help out, and it's for a good cause.
And that good cause is that you're collecting food and toys. So tell us about those causes you'll be supporting.
Anybody that comes out, we ask you to bring a canned good that will be donated to the Valley Food Pantry. We also have a Toys for Tots donation box and Brandon's Forever Home as well.
Okay. So we're hoping a lot of people come on down. If they want to register, do they have to call? What do they do to get involved?
You could email me, or you could go on the Christmas in Cunningham Facebook site. You can message us on there. And my email is lacy.mcgowan@yahoo.com, and all that information is on our Facebook as well.
So it turned out great last year, so you're hoping now that a lot of people come out, line Main Street in Cunningham. It's really a beautiful tradition that's started now for the community.
Yes, it's a beautiful tradition. A lot of the houses on Main Street light up, and we just want to light up the town. It's great for the kids. It's great for the community. In the gazebo, we have live entertainment, kids singing, lots of stuff going on. Good stuff for everybody.
So Christmas in Cunningham taking place, that's Friday, December 12th. The rain date, December 13th. Mark your calendars. Get in touch with Lacey if you'd like to be part of it. And don't forget to bring a toy or canned food or something to help out the community as well to make sure it's a great Christmas for everyone.
And now here's our green screen, your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. The daily number 223, the big four 7518, Quinto 51493, Treasure Hunt 11, 12, 15, 16, and 29. Ron Marchetti is in next, and also the Sportscast. We'll be right back.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
I want to get you ready for what's coming your way this week on the Sportscast. This is kind of your syllabus for the week ahead. We'll have some local basketball highlights. Dave Seaman from the Standard Speaker will stop by, and our FYI Fast Lane Racing segment returns. Now let's do a little review of the first high school basketball weekend of the year. The Marion girls and the Monoy area boys basketball teams, they won tip-off tournaments on the road. The Phillies beat Lourdes Regional, the hosts of the Red Raider Tip-Off Classic, in the championship, holding Lourdes to only 10 points in the first half. Monoy area, they beat Marion on Friday, and then Jim Thorpe in the championship game of the Panther Valley Tip-Off Tournament. Marion won the consolation game over Panther Valley, so they are 1-1. The Hazelton area Lady Cougars also 1-1. They got a split this weekend in their tip-off tournament. They lost in the title game to Southern Lehigh after beating Abington Heights on Friday. The Tamaqua boys opened with a 56-44 win against Notre Dame East Stroudsburg, and Hazelton area had 4 players reach double figures in scoring as they beat Milton at home. The Penn State Hazelton men have one more Penn State University Athletic Conference game before the semester break at High Acres. The local Lions got a split over the weekend. And the same goes for the women at PSU Hazelton, as they are still perfect in the PSU AC with a weekend sweep. Now both the men and the women wrap up PSU AC play in 2014 at Penn State Wilkes-Barre on Tuesday. The Wilkes-Barre-Scranton Penguins took 2 out of 3 over the weekend to stay in first place in the AHL's Eastern Conference East Division. Hershey beat the Pens at Mohegan Sun Arena in Wilkes-Barre Township on Saturday night, but the Pens returned the favor a little later at the Giants Center over the weekend. And now I told Ron Marchetti all about the LA Galaxy winning a league best 5th MLS Cup over the weekend, but I don't think he's going to hit on that tonight in Trivia Treats. Even though he told me he was going to watch the game, I think he was messing with me. I'm not messing with you. Here comes Trivia Treats.
December 8th, the day after Pearl Harbor Day. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Trivia Treats. Exactly 53 years ago in 1961, the Washington Redskins selected Syracuse running back Ernie Davis as the #1 pick in the NFL draft. 6 days earlier, Davis became the first African-American to be awarded the Heisman Trophy. Davis was very reluctant to play for the Redskins, however, because Washington was the only city in Major League Baseball, the NFL, or the NBA that, due to the racist policies of owner George Preston Marshall, had never had a black player on its roster. Davis requested to be traded, and he was, to the Cleveland Browns on December 15th, 1 week after he was drafted by the Skins. But he will never play a game as a professional. During the summer of 1962, he was diagnosed with leukemia, the disease that will take his life on May 18, 1963, at the age of 23. The Browns retired number 45 in Ernie Davis's honor. His life was chronicled in the film The Express, released in 2008. I've seen the movie and eventually bought it. It's terrific. Now let's come 5 years closer to 1966. 48 years ago, Lou Alcindor made his collegiate debut and scored 56 points, 32 of them in the first half, to lead UCLA to a 105-90 demolition of Southern Cal at the Pauley Pavilion. Considered to be one of the greatest high school players in the history of the sport, Alcindor was recruited by nearly every school in the nation before graduating from Power Memorial in New York City in 1965. But he decided on UCLA, which captured the NCAA championship under Coach John Wooden in 1964 and 1965. Unable to play varsity ball for the Bruins in 1965 and 66 because NCAA rules prevented freshmen from competing. Alcindor led UCLA to 3 consecutive national championships with an overall record of 88-2. As a pro, he will change his name to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he went on to play for 6 NBA champions with the Bucks 1 and the Lakers 5 over a 20-year career. Finally, another trivia question and answer. Was there ever an NFL televised game without announcers? Yes, there was. On the last day of the 1980 season, NBC was forced with a national telecast of the Orange Bowl in Miami between the 3-12 Jets and the 8-7 Dolphins team with no shot at the playoffs. The network televised that game with no announcers. The voice of the Orange Bowl PA announcer was audible to viewers as he provided info on the ball carrier, the tackler, as well as the down and distance to go for a first. The Jets won 24-17, but the gimmick proved to be a harebrained idea that hasn't been repeated in the last 34 years. Mother of God. Till Friday, be a good sport and stay loose.
Mondays can be rough, but you can end them on a high note. Seafood night at Bottlenecks. Choose from crab, clam, shrimp, and lobster specials, such as their little neck clams in garlic butter, only $1.95 a dozen, or handmade crab cake platter for only $8.95.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news first. Tonight, happy birthday to Mary Jo, Mom Dracy, love from Bella, and your family and friends. In our Talk of the Town report, a frozen pierogi and Christmas cookie sale will be held Friday, December 12th at St. John the Baptist Byzantine Catholic Church in Lansford. You can pick these items up from the church from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. To place an order, please call 570-645-5656. And finally, Our Lady of Grace Church and the Queen of Heaven Parish will be presenting their annual Christmas cookie sale Saturday, December 13th, beginning at 9 a.m. Be held in the church basement on North Vine Street. Homemade cookies, pastels, wedding cookies, fudge, and other Christmas goodies will be available, and all proceeds benefit the church renovation project. And that's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Suzanne Beauvais of Hazleton. Mass is Tuesday at 11 a.m. in the Most Precious Blood Church. Friends may call Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. in the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. Jean O. Gregory of Hazleton. Memorial is Friday at 10 a.m. from the Rosenstock Funeral Home. Samuel F. Lucino, formerly of Hazleton. Funeral is Wednesday at noon at the Damiano Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. and Wednesday from 11 a.m. to noon. And Michael C. McKinney of Hazel Township. Arrangements will be announced by the Hazel Chapel of the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home.
Come back tomorrow. We'll have a snowball fight. See you then. Until then, take it easy, everyone.